What's good, YouTube peeps and barbecue freaks? Thank you guys for joining me today. Well, I got some rub from Brother Lyle over at No Hippie BBQ. He shipped me out I believe some pork rub. It might be like an all-purpose rub, but he put together this rub and he sent it to me to try out, and that's what I'm gonna do today. I got a rack of spare ribs that I'm gonna use it on. I think this rub is gonna be really good. What I like about it is it's got some heat. It's got nice color. When you taste the rub, I tasted it right out of the package. You instantly get this sweetness, and right after that, the heat kicks in, and it's got some heat. Um, I like the heat, so that's not a problem for me. Anyway, we're going to take this rub, we're going to throw it on some ribs, we're going to take the ribs, throw them on the Weber, and cook these bad boys up and see how this rub works. So let me get started on these ribs. All right, so I got the rack of spare ribs here. I already trimmed it up some and removed the membrane from the back just to kind of speed this video up. This is a rub. Well, this isn't the rub. This is the container that I put the rub in, but this is a rub that Lyle sent over. And I just tasted a little bit again. Yeah, it's got some, it's got a kick. So this should be really, really good. I like the color. I'm not sure what's all in here, but so far I'm liking the color, the color of the rub. I'm liking that heat and that sweetness that I tasted. And I'm just going to get these rubbed down, the back side and the top side. I'm going to let these sit for a bit. Get the sides as well. Always make sure you get these sides. I don't know why people forget it or don't do it, but maybe it's just me, but I believe you should have season and flavor all over the entire rack. Anyway, I'm going to start down here. I'm going to get this rubbed down. We're going to let it sit for, about 10-15 minutes until the Weber comes up to temp. We're going to let this rib sweat and let this rub adhere better to this rack. I didn't use a binder of any kind. I don't think I need it. So that is it. We're going to let these sit. We're going to use Smokinator. Get the Weber fired up. God, this is going to be hot. I'm putting a lot of rub. Anyway, that's what they look like rubbed up. Bring you around this way. So that's what it looks like. Again, we're going to let it sit for 15-20 minutes and get the Weber fired up, and then we'll get these bad boys on the pit. All right, these ribs have been sitting for a little while. You can see that they've already started to sweat out, which is what I was looking for. We're going to take these, throw them on the Weber. I'm using pecan chunks for my wood, and I'm not going to wrap these or anything just throughout the cook. I'm going to spritz it with apple juice just to kind of help keep it moist. But I don't want to add anything else to this. I want to taste that rub. At the end, I may add some sauce. I'm not sure yet, but as far as like wrapping it in foil and adding all that kind of other stuff, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to let it run uncovered, and we'll just spritz it with apple juice throughout the cook. So I will pick back up probably about halfway through the cook, let you see what it looks like. So the ribs have been on for almost about an hour. I'm just spritzing it with apple juice. And I'm really liking the color of this rub so far. Look at that. Looking really nice. So I'll let this finish up. I'm going to keep spritzing every about 15-20 minutes. Next time I pick up, they will be done. So the ribs have been cooking for a while. I've been spritzing it with apple juice throughout the cook. I just applied some barbecue sauce. I'm going to let this sit for a little bit, take them inside, and get to tasting. All right, these ribs are done. This is what they look like. I hope you can make that out. I'll cut them and maybe get a better idea. But they look nice. Not too shabby. I'm going to get these cut up and we'll get to tasting. Alright, these ribs, I've cut them up. That's what they look like. Nice little smoke ring. I gotta tell you, man, these things are, I don't know if you can pick this up, but these things are pretty juicy. There you go. See that? These are some juicy, whoa, there you go. There you go. Look at that. These are some juicy as ribs. And I did not inject. So, let's give it a try. This is the spare ribs with the rub that Brother Lyle sent me. And then I hit it with some Suckle Buster's original barbecue sauce. So, let's give it a try. Good clean bite. Look at that. Definitely get, right off the bat, the smoke. The smoke flavor is the very first thing that I tasted. You get a little bit of sweetness and there's some heat. You know, I'm really surprised that when I tasted this rub right out of the package, it was pretty hot. As it cooked on the rib, I thought it was going to make this rib really spicy. But this rib is not extremely spicy at all. I think cooking it maybe took a little bit of that heat off. But the heat is actually really perfect. I can still kind of feel it a little bit on the back end, but it's not to the point where like I need something to drink or it's overpowering. I think, you know, to be honest with you, I know Brother Lyle is a buddy of mine, but this was a good rub. And man, there's just tons of moisture in this thing. I would probably try this rub in a competition. I love the heat. It's got some sweetness to it. If you pair it with a sweeter sauce, it works perfectly. Anyway, Brother Lyle, thank you for the rub. Brother, it really is good. If you guys are not subscribed to Lyle over at No Hippie BBQ, I know most of you are. You need to go subscribe to him. I put a link to his channel in the description below. But this is good. Nice bite and not too spicy at all. So I think that's a winner. I'm gonna finish eating some of these ribs and I will see you guys soon. Take care.